Hi guys, it's Ed here, and today we're going to look at tying the Turk's head knot, which is better known in the Scouts as the woggle. It is mainly a decorative knot, but it does also have some uses. For example, you can tie it around an object to mark a specific location or point. It's characterized really by a number of strands running around in a circle, going under and over each other in a pretty much infinite formation. That's how you know that you've got the knot right, is if each strand of rope goes under one piece and over the next. For what we're going to do today, you need a piece of rope that's roughly 90 centimeters long and about 4 or 5 millimeters thick, although it's completely up to you to experiment with other sizes should you wish. So to start off with, we're going to make a cartoon style finger gun with our hands. Now I've got big fingers, so I'm only going to use 2 fingers, but you might want to use 3. We're going to place the end of the rope under our thumb, facing up, and then bend it round to wrap around our hand once. We're going to then cross over the ropes on the top of our fingers, rolling over to the back of the hand to show it a bit clearer. We're then going to wrap the rope around a second time, this time crossing over on the inside of our hands at the front, as shown there. We're then going to take the end of the rope. We're going to go from the outside of our hands under the right hand strip of rope, up through the middle and over the top of the left one, so you get a piece looking like that. We're then going to get the end of our rope again, and this time come from the right hand side under both of the strips of rope, like so. Next, we're going to take it over the right hand side strip of rope, down through the middle and under the left hand side strip of rope. Try not to get it caught on your fingers like I did there. And then once you're from there, you just can pull it through. So it was just a simple movement from left to right there, folding it over and pulling it into what looks a little bit more like your typical woggle. On this side, you can see my rope's just slightly slipped apart, but you want to set it up so that it looks like this. You don't want it set with them straight. You want to bend them over so that they're crossed over. And you can kind of see where this is going. We're going to go under the right hand side and up through the hole, again maintaining the look of how the knot should be. So we're just going to pull it through there. And that actually completes the hardest part of the knot. You can see now, if you rotate around your fingers, you have got the beginnings of the knot. You've got each piece of rope going under one and over the next, round in the circle. The next bit's quite straightforward, but you've just got to follow it around carefully. So you can see where we left the starting piece. You're going to take the end that you've been working with and just follow its way round the knot that you've already tied. So where it goes under one piece of rope, you follow it under. Where it goes over the next piece of rope, you follow it over. And you can see there the rope runs parallel, side by side. So I'm just following it around, making sure that at all times it's exactly side by side to that starting piece, and that's what's going to create the second rounding up of it. It's quite easy to get off the rope and accidentally follow the wrong piece, so just be careful working your way around. I've sped up the next bit because it's all just more of the same, but we're going to work our way all the way around with the end of the rope that we're working with. You can see we're following it round exactly under and over to form the second ring of the woggle. And then that really brings us to the end. So you should find that once you've run out of string with the end you're working, if you work your way back to the piece that you started with, you're just going to do exactly the same for maybe a couple of strands with that end. So we're going to work backwards and go under and over just to complete the cycle, and you should be left with a pretty much complete woggle. As I said at the start, the way you can tell it's worked is if you can see each piece going under and over each other. You might have to do a little bit of adjustment at the end if the ends don't quite meet up, for example. So if you just slowly stretch it round once you've got it off your hands, you can kind of manipulate it into slightly different sizes, and you should get it to match up. Finally, if you have a little bit of a longer rope, there's nothing to stop you doing more strands on the way around. As you can see here, I've got a couple of examples that have 3 ropes going all the way around, and they work just as well and make it a little bit chunkier. Well, good luck guys, and I look forward to seeing the Turk's head knots that you can create.